Alright guys, just a heads up, cut one sticker out and got it on, got the servo stay on, or sorry, the shock stay, shock tower, whatever you want to call it. I did wash the chassis with warm soapy water, but before I put the decals on, after I've been manhandling it for a little while, take a little rubbing alcohol, like I have 91% here, and I'll just go over the chassis again where the decal's going to go, just to get any oily fingerprints off of it, dust bunnies, just using a regular paper napkin or paper towel. I try not to use paper towel because they are linty and they leave little specks. So I do that, clean it off, dry it down, and then when you're ready, you could apply the other decal. And I'll show you what that's like when I get it on. Oh, look at that. See that? See that right there? It's still dusty, so I'm going to have to find another way to wipe this down. Alright, I'll be back. Talk to you guys later. Okay guys, so finished the stickers, got this piece cut out. I already said that I'm probably not going to put these light buckets on, so I didn't do this step. I didn't install these, but I did do the shock mounts. Those are on, decals are on, stickers, whatever you want to call them. Again, I painted these, and I cleaned up the area before the sticker went on. Rubbed it down with a little alcohol to get my fingerprints off of it. And hopefully the sticker will stick for a long time to come. Alright, now getting on to this other part here. Going down to step 5 here. Just want to show you guys something. It's a trick that I picked up a long time ago when people race carbon fiber, or in this case FRP. It's very rough. I mean, if you rub your finger on that side, it'll probably cut you. Or at worst, you'll get a sliver in your finger or something. As you can see, this side here, I did half of it. I mean, I could sit there and rub my fingers on there, wood pressure all day long, and not have to worry about it. What it is you just take some light sandpaper. This is, what is this? This is 1200 grit. And I'm going to show you, I don't know if you can see all those rough spots and high spots on there, but it's very, very rough. You're not going to reshape it. You're just going to sand it down. Okay, so now that it's sanded down, but you're probably wondering, why does it look different? Well, going back to my days in carpet racing with carbon fiber chassis and FRP chassis, whatever you want to call them, they are two different things, but this trick works for both. Well, after you got it sanded, again, you're not trying to reshape it, you're just trying to get the rough edges off. Take some very thin super glue, put a couple of drops on it, take a toothpick, and just spread it around. This is going to do one of two things. It's going to seal it so it doesn't splinter, and it's going to prevent it from getting splinters from hitting rocks, snagging on carpet fibers, indoor or outdoor, it doesn't matter. This trick is universal. It's an old trick. It's not my trick. So you just take and just smooth it around, and you just let it dry. Once it's dry, then you can safely assemble the parts. But a lot of people don't worry about this. I've done it on a few kits that had carbon fiber. I also did it on my TAO2 with that special chassis that they had available for it, and you know, like the new Porsches and stuff. They have FRP plates. So once it's all done, you can go on and I could do step 5. But again, this is just to help it, preventing it from having the layers delaminate and causing you a big headache. I mean, it happened a lot in carpet racing, and on road. But seeing how this is an off-road vehicle and this is kind of protected between the bumper and the chassis, I don't see a problem with it. But the battery tray is going to get the same treatment because that's hanging down. You can come off of a little jump, hit a rock, could split it. I'm not going to take the chance, so I'm going to do this. So I'm going to get the parts ready for that, and I'll be right back. All right, folks, this is all dry, smooth. Don't have to worry about getting a splinter if you actually have to dismantle the vehicle for maintenance or whatnot. So we'll go ahead and get this together. All right, guys, so I got this done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do step 6, 7, 8, and then we'll get onto the shocks. So I'll be right back. All right, folks, there's the front end all completed. Well, not completed, but as far as step 8 is concerned, it's completed. When you, I can't even find it now. When you take these plated parts off the trees, well, here's a spot. Sometimes the black will show underneath it. I got this old Tester's gloss paint silver marker pen, and you just shake it up. There's a couple of them on the inside too. I just cover them up with a little silver paint just so they don't stick out like a sore thumb. So next up is onto the shocks. All right, guys, getting onto the front dampers, you're going to need the body. Unscrew the top cap, you unscrew the bottom cap, set those aside for right now, and right now, not now. Bottom, it shows one clear O-ring and a little plastic, well, they call it a shaft guide, and then they call it another one, which is brass, a rod guide. On the first one I did, I took out the white plastic shaft guide MA23, and I used 2 of the MA18s. They give you 4 in the kit. So I did that, lube them up with grease. I don't care what kind of grease, any kind of grease, even the white grease that they supply in the kit before you put the shaft in. And then when you put the brass guide on and tighten down the bottom cap, I haven't had a leakage yet, but again, it's only been a couple of days. So I'm going to get down to this one, and I'm going to get this one done, and I'll show you from there. I will be using Team Associated's green slime, doing the O-rings and the shaft seals and stuff like that on these kits. So just so you know, that's what I got. All right, I don't know if you can see this, but I put green slime over the rod guide as well. So when it all gets pushed in with that bottom cap, everything is nice and sealed. I'm not screwing that in all the way because I want to give it a little more wiggle room to get the rod guide in, or the piston shaft, or rod shock shaft, whatever you want to call it. I got to get that assembled, and then we will be using the kit oil that came with it. So, which is the little red stuff that's right here, and then the bottom of the shock end, the ball end to the shock body is 20 millimeters. I got my caliper set for that already, so be back. Alright, so you can see the green slime on the threads. I'm just gonna spread that around a little bit, put a little bit more on the tip. Grab the shock body. Gently squeeze it through. And once it's all lined up, it just pulls right on through. And you can see there's a lot of extra that I had in there. No big deal. The reason why I went with this, I did this this way, is because somebody on YouTube said that they had a problem with their shocks leaking on these kits. And I'm going to try it this way. I'm going to build them like CVAs, 2 O-rings in the bottom, and see if that makes a difference. Hey, who knows? I've never done it before. I never had a kit where it had the just 1 O-ring. I don't think. Can't remember. But anyway, I'm going to do it this way and get back to you. Alright, I got the shock filled. I got it set in my homemade stand. I had to make another hole with the reamer to actually fit those narrow Wild One shocks, but I'll let that sit and have the air bubbles come up to the surface before I continue the assembly and go from there. Alright everybody, got the shock built, well, the second one of the fronts. Looking down here in step 11, they want you to put this big spacers on there, which is, what is that, G2, and the spring, and then the spring perch, which is MA25. Problem is, that spring is all over the place. I mean, it rubs on the shock. I seen this posted on a Facebook group about it. My solution is take this off and what is this, G12 I think it is. I have to look again. I'll let you know in a minute. This little piece here, which is on with the driver's helmet, actually holds the spring on nice and easy, and it locks into there, and it feels just like it would any other way. Woohoo! Let me take a look at that real quick because I know it's in here. It is G11s. They're marked not used in the manual, but with the G2s, which are those big spacers, right? The spring just doesn't sit properly. So I took off G2 and I put on G11, and it works much better. Spring doesn't move around, it doesn't rub on the shock body, and it feels good. That's just how I'm doing it. The rest is up to you. On a different note, when you go to mount the shocks, because I already did this the right side here, they have a 1.5 millimeter silver spacer that goes on there. I had these other spacers sitting in my little toolbox. They are Tamiya's, and these are 2 millimeter blue ones, so I put those on. It seems to space the shock out just a half a millimeter more from the shock tower, and it looks good, feels good. It's more of an upright stance. So let me get the shock mounted up and put on, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, that is the end of step 12. You can see, I hope you can see the blue spacers, the 2 millimeter spacers, and just barely farther away than the shock tower than it would be with the 1.5. So it's only a half a mil difference, but corresponds, breaks up some of the silver with the blue body, I think it's a good theme. Body post is in, and that's the end of step 12. Let me know what you guys think. Should I put the little light buckets on or not? I mean, I don't want them to get ruined or snapped off, or not that I'm going to be jumping this thing like they do those Traxxas trucks. That's not what this thing was designed for, and how it's supposed to be used. Let me know what you guys think. How's it looking so far? Oh, spoiler, I do have the roll bar put together. That's pretty much how it ties in, and how it looks. To me, I think it looks pretty good. That's just me, you know, it's my take. All right, guys, thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. Again, another shout out to the RCL for a wonderful kit that he donated to the channel. We'll go from there. 2 thumbs up to everybody. Quadruple thumbs up for the RCL. Hope everybody has a good day, and we'll see you on the back half when I start doing the back end here, because I already started on the roll bar, but you know. All right, guys, that's enough rambling. Have a good day. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching. All right, guys, so I breezed through mounting the shocks after I assembled them. Put in the E6 and the E5 with the E3 with the 2 shafts, rear suspension shafts they call them. Those are held in with the 3x12 millimeter screws. Did the Nerf bars and the battery side plates, whatever you want to call them. G15, A12, A11, and G14. Those are held in also with 3x12 millimeter self-tappers. Put in the battery holder body mount, or battery holder mount, I should say. It says no direction, and it's supposed to go left to right, or however you want to call it, left to right, side to side. Still have to put these pieces on, and I see I went a little premature. I've done put the roll bar on, but I still have to put these 2 pieces in, G10s. So I'll get onto that and I'll get it done.